since the month ended and I don't really do TBRs usually, I kind of wanted to have a sort of like discussion about my TBR, sort of like if I include it in a vlog, I'm kind of okay with that because I'm not like setting an official TBR. I did have one for August for the Newts Readathon, and it was 9 books, out of which I read 4 of them. So I'm gonna talk about those real quick. Basically all these lovely books. I did actually start Green Suede Shoes, and I got like 35 pages in. It's just, I was really enjoying it. It just wasn't the kind of thing I could read fairly quickly. I was kind of struggling getting through it, sort of. So I wound up like, I'm putting this off. I'm reading In Cold Blood right now, and then I'm going to pick this up again after In Cold Blood because I don't really want to be reading 2 nonfiction at once. And then there's the nonfiction book about North Korea, which I do want to get to fairly quickly since it is a rather short book. The Plot Against America by Philip Roth, which again, really want to get to because I've wanted to read some Philip Roth for a long time. The Reader by Bernard Schlink, and Endless Love by Scott Spencer, which I really, really want to pick up because in my head I've hyped this book so much and just really want to read it. I'm also in the middle of Gone Girl, which is my audiobook. I'm like almost done with that. I started In Cold Blood for Dane's read-along, which I didn't really do so well at. I wound up like shutting down this weekend and not reading anything, so I'm still doing that. And The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which I'm almost done with and should finish tonight. So I just wanted to give you guys that sort of update. I don't plan to like finish all of these books this month. These are just sort of like leftover books from my TBR and what I'm currently reading. I do hope to get through like maybe half of them this month and then the other half in October, so that by the time November comes around I will be all like clear on my TBR. I'm not a good TBR person. I don't follow them. I do better when I'm just like picking books off my shelves, because when I do a TBR I tend to think of it as I want to read as many of these as possible. So I read the easy ones first and leave all the more difficult ones to the end, and then I get to the more difficult ones and think, oh no, I can't read, you know, like 5 really hard books in a row. And then I just sort of like freak out and give up, and I do better when like I just pick them up when I feel like capable of reading them. That's my unofficial TBR for like September and like October as well, because I'm not going to do TBRs, separate TBRs for both of them. This is just like what I'm trying to get through, because I do feel like when I do TBRs and don't get to all the books, I sort of just like keep them out, because I put all my TBR books, like the ones I'm actively like about to read, I have them on a pile on my desk. So I do really, I leave them there, and I do really plan to get to them. I don't like, oh, I didn't get to them this month, so they're going back on the shelf. I will get to all these books if you are interested in my thoughts on them, but 4 out of 9 is not bad. It could have been worse. Actual evidence that I can cook. I'm just too lazy to most of the time. But it looks really good. It's tofu pad thai, and it's vegan yummy deliciousness. I am quite pleased with myself and this delicious meal. There we go. Vegan pad thai. It's made with tofu and it's gonna be so yummy. I've made this before and it's always, like, it's not like the best pad thai because I don't really understand what makes a good pad thai, so I'm just like stuck guessing, but it's still like good. And I made it like spicier than normal, so like, ugh. It's so good. Like, I love tofu pad thai. It's the best thing in the world. It's Thursday night, evening. I guess it's not really like nighttime. I'm hanging out in my filming chair in the hopes that if I sit here for long enough, then I'll feel like filming. I filmed one tag that I don't know when I'm going to post. I don't have a schedule for it. I think I'm just gonna post it randomly, but I'm holding it. I'm delaying posting it in case I can't get my 450 unread books video up for my bookshelf TBR tour. TBR bookshelf tour. I can't talk. This is why I'm not filming. But that's just, I know that video is going to be like a lot to film and edit. and it's scheduled for like a week and a half. So if I can't get it up in time, I'll have this tag ready to go. So there's that. Honestly, though, if I can't get it up in time, I'll probably film the video for like 2 weeks after that and then just post that instead. And still just post the tag randomly. But I will post the tag at some point. I have 2 top 5 videos to post because I know I'm not going to have time to film Saturday's video tomorrow. So, like, it's not getting up unless I film it tonight. So, yeah. I just really want pad thai. I made pad thai Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But I really want pad thai. Pad thai's good. This is my life. I just sit here thinking about how much I want pad thai all the time. But I'm just tired. I don't know. I should go film now. I did finish The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Did I mention that before? I don't remember. But I already posted, like, my review for it. Because I just, like, immediately filmed it. Because I was like, I have thoughts. And I'm going to forget those thoughts if I don't film it immediately. So I did, and now it's up. And then, like, my Night Circus review is coming next week. And then The Lightless Sky. And then P.S. I Love You. And then I don't know. Depends on what I finish after that. But I still have to film The Lightless Sky. I have to film a lot. I have, like, 5 pre-filmed videos, which is positive. But, you know, I post, like, 4 videos a week. So 5 doesn't really get me all that far. I haven't really read anything this week. I'm almost done with Gone Girl, which I think I'll finish tomorrow, assuming I go to the store at any point. I only have, like, maybe 15 minutes left of the audiobook, and I could just bring it in, but I don't care it that much to get through it quickly. But I'm almost done with that. I've been catching up on BookTube. I'm still behind. I'm, like, 2 days behind, I think, and it's such a struggle to be watching so much BookTube and still be behind, but I'm getting more caught up. I'm not falling further behind, which is all that really matters. I'm going to be filming a TBR bookshelf tour, and it's a struggle. I've done 9 bookshelves so far out of the 30 I have, like individual shelves, not like a full bookcase, and I did the math, and it's gonna take me like 4 hours to film all of them. So I've been doing them in like 4 or 5 shelf sections just because I have like 5 minutes of footage for each shelf, basically is what I end up with, that I will of course edit down. But just setting up the camera and the lighting for each individual shelf takes so much time. And it's a struggle. I'm supposed to be filming this video. I'm supposed to be posting this video in a week and a half, a week from Tuesday, and I don't know if it's gonna be ready in time. Like, I think I can get it filmed by then, but I don't know how long it's gonna take me to edit. It's a lot of editing, but I'm trying, and y'all better appreciate this video because of the amount of freaking time I'm putting into this. It's kind of ridiculous. I do want to read more. I need to, like, focus more on reading. I've just been like, I don't know, like, the hardest thing about depression, when it's like mild depression, well, I mean, like, it's depression, it's never like mild, but when it's like not really bad, like I'm functioning fine, it's just like I can tell that the depression is there, it makes me like tired. So I want to read, and I can read, I have the energy to read, but a lot of the books that I want to read now are, like, more difficult books. I have, like, a lot of nonfiction and some lit fic that I want to get through. And they're, like, exhausting reads, and, like, I can't with depression, but, like, this is why I always wind up putting off the classics and the lit fic and the nonfiction that I really want to read, is just because the depression is there, and it makes me, like, so tired, and it's so much easier to, like, I can get through a thriller, I can get through YA, I can get through some women's fiction, but I can't get through In Cold Blood, even though I'm enjoying it, and it's a good book, and I want to finish it. It's just so exhausting, and it's not, like, a temporary problem that goes away. It's how I feel, like, 85% of the time, and I just feel, because it's not like I'm trying to force myself to read something I don't want to read. It's just harder to read. It's more difficult to read these harder books. I'm doing fine, and like I will get through the book. It's just, it's easy to pick up The Boy in the Striped Pajamas and read that, even though it's not one of the books I really care about right now. It's not one of the ones I want to be focusing on. But the 6 books that I do want to be focusing on are all fairly difficult reads. Except for maybe Endless Love. I really have no idea what Endless Love is going to be. It could be like a very like young adult contemporary thriller type thing, or it could be heavily lit fic. I really don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating because I really want to be reading like the lit fic and the classics that sounds so good, and I keep putting it off. But I'll get through it. I just need to like force myself to keep picking up In Cold Blood. Because it's really good. I was reading it for Dane's read along, but like Dane's read along finished on Monday, and I'm still like 100 pages in, and it's like a 350 page book, so yeah, that didn't really work out well for me, but I will finish it. It's just, I feel like I'm gonna get through so few books this month just because I'm trying to like force myself to get to these more difficult books, and I do want to read them. I'm just tired, and I don't know. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of letting feeling exhausted like get in the way of what I want to read. I don't know. It's just frustrating.